All right, I am recording this just before Halloween of 2021, and there is a lot of concern about what is happening in Russia and some of the other developing countries with COVID-19, and that we might suffer is it a third or a fourth wave of COVID-19? I don't even remember. But there's another big, scary story that I'm worried about, which is when we finally do recover from COVID-19, which we will. I know it's hard to believe, but we will. That will go back to our old ways, pre-COVID, right? So during the pandemic, I corrected a number of bad habits, and I think a lot of people did too. So there's a lot of people who are working remotely and enjoying the benefits of not having the stresses of commuting. And to the extent possible, I still like to telework. Obviously, there's also the human aspect of it, right? But I hope people don't forget the benefits of it. There's a lot of people who are eating healthier because they're not being pressured to go out to eat, right? Unfortunately, that lesson already seems to be waning, right? I know for a fact that now when I go out and I refuse food, there's more of an open, people are more open to the idea, right? Because good health is on everybody's mind, right? So even before the pandemic, I had to pay attention to social distancing because I had food allergies. If somebody was eating, I had to be careful not to get food particles on myself. So I would go on a plane or in a crowded food court, and I had to sit next to somebody. Could you please be careful, be mindful that I have to avoid these problem foods. In the past, sometimes people got very defensive. Ever since the pandemic, it's been a lot more easier to accept. But unfortunately, I'm starting to see some of that roll back a little bit. A lot of arrogant people now. There's been a lot of, obviously, good hygiene, right? Unfortunately, that's starting to roll back as well. And so I think there are two scary things that could happen. Number one is we could have another wave of COVID, and we need to take precautions against that, obviously. But number two, if we don't have that big wave of COVID, which I really hope we don't. As much as I enjoy all the benefits of this change of lifestyle, I really don't want people to be suffering. Don't forget the lessons that we learned over the last 2 years.